Hello everybody and welcome back to season 47 of the P2 London Ally Better Together series. Today we're at Bristol Motor Speedway and it's our first cutoff race of the playoffs. We'll be down from 16 drivers to 12 after this race, so every position matters here tonight. Green flag is about to come out at Bristol. Ronald Marvila leads us to green. Had a pretty bad jump early on, but he's going to try to pick it up here on the bottom. And he does. Priya McShane on the outside already, but the first lap goes to the 71. And the stages will end on laps 40 and 90 as the race is a little longer than what we ran in before earlier this season. It'll be 150 laps, by the way, this race will last. Oh, Priya McShane led that last lap. Does he have a charge on the outside? Marvila trying to clear the 2 car. We know how long these battles can last here at Bristol. Marvila is still trying to clear the 2 car. My goodness, already starting off with drama on the front. Marvila's trying to win to get himself in the next round. And he finally clears over McShane. Samad Ozkan and Zachary Fitzwater Sr. in the top 5. And look who's battling in 5th place. It's James Richardson. He won on a last lap pass at Watkins Glen last weekend to lock himself into the next round of the playoffs. But he's looking to win again this season. Haven't had a driver win 3 races so far this year, I believe. Marvila is trying to get his 2nd win of the year. And I think McShane as well is going to try to get his 2nd win of the season. Look at Richardson go, man. You knew he was going to be competing for a win like this. Doesn't have to win here tonight. He already won last week at the Glen, but he's looking to make a statement. He's going to be the one to watch to compete for the championship, trying to get his 3rd championship in this series. Battling against Zachary Fitzwater, 2 legends, 2 icons in this series, battling for 3rd place. And there he goes. The 43 gets by him. Now he's going for 2nd. I mean, Richardson, can he be stopped? Can anyone stop the 43? He's going for 2nd. Already approaching lap traffic this early on lap 10. That's Stewie Moore, by the way. Oh, not a good run for Moore already, right out of the gate. Struggling. And now the 43 trying to get by the 71. Oh, man, is he going to try to pass him? Is he going to try to make it back-to-back wins tonight? But the 71's still fighting back on the high side. Still fighting for it. Marvila doing everything he can to get the lead back. Richardson led the last lap. 17 of John Andrews in 3rd, and I think he's also in the playoffs. So all these drivers in the playoffs trying to get themselves a win to lock him into the next round. And Richardson clears the 71. He finally gets the lead back again. Apologize, I have to pause for a bit there for something, but Richardson takes the lead again from Marvila before they approach lap traffic. Again, the stage will end on lap 40. And now it's Zachary Fitzwater Sr. trying to catch up to the pack. As Richardson's trying to win and make a statement tonight. He won last week. Let's go back-to-back tonight here at Bristol. Boy, wouldn't this be something if Richardson were to win again? I mean, he has proven time and time again to be a race winner, day in and day out. He's a 2-time champion after all, and he can do it all. 43, 71, all in the playoffs. The 4 car is not in the playoffs. He's trying to get another win out of the way here today at Bristol. I think he won here at this track before. He's won so many times, and he might have won in so many tracks. But Andrews is 4th. Another playoff. Oh no, he's not in the playoffs. Never mind. I thought he was. He's not. But Andrews is not in the playoffs. He's going to try to make some. He's trying to make a statement today. Daniel Voiles in the playoffs, trying to get inside the top 5. What a run he got on the bottom on the 17. Voiles is 4th. And now he's going for 3rd on the 4. Voiles had a win at Daytona almost near the end of the regular season to get in. And now he's going to try to make a statement tonight and get himself in the next round with a win. Very competitive, and we don't need a lot of wrecks here tonight at Bristol. Make it very fun. Haven't had a caution today. Very surprising for a short track like this, but they've gotten better in racing in terms at this very track. Not wrecking each other all at once like before. I gotta praise for these guys trying to restrain from crashing each other. Doing it the right way as Voiles takes the lead away from the 43. Trying to clear the 43 before they get to the lap car. And there he goes, Daniel Voiles. But still battling with James Richardson. We know how tough he can be to pass. Richardson is not easy to pass. But Voiles gets him by. And he clears him finally. He clears a 43. He gets into 3rd. He gets into the lead now before he catches Stewie Moore. And Marvila drops back to 4th. I wonder if Stewie Moore's going to help out his teammate. I wonder if Stewie Moore's going to try to slow the pack up so that Marvila can try to catch up and try to win this race. Oh, Marvila is back. He's trying to get back in the race. Daniel Voiles hangs on, and they're approaching the lap car quickly. Will they put him another lap down before the stage is over? With he's already 2 laps down. He had a bad start before the green flag dropped, and that's not going to help out Moore's chances to advance into the next round. Because again, after this race, 4 drivers will be eliminated from playoff contention, down to 12 to compete for the championship. Daniel Voiles, though, hangs on the lead over a 2-time champion in James Richardson, but Voiles has a handful of wins himself. And again, we mentioned earlier, but he had to win at Daytona to get in the playoffs. He was good on points, but he had to win to solidify that playoff spot at his home state track, Daytona. But he's going to try to win here Bristol and get himself in the next round along with James Richardson. We know that the 43 will be in the next round of the playoffs with the win he had last weekend. But Richardson wants more. We know he wanted more. So he wants more than that. He wants to prove that he is the favorite. He's still the legend. Wants to win a 3rd championship before the season's over. And he will not be stopped. Ebrahimian going for a top 5 finish here tonight. Gets by the 21. That is LG Lataro. And John Andrews is 5th right now. But now he's going to lose that spot to Ebrahimian. Ebrahimian is not in the playoffs, but he's trying to win another race here. Trying to win another race before the season's over. Ebrahimian won earlier this year at Kansas. And he's going to try to add another win here to this season before the season ends. And Ebrahimian may or may not have to find another ride, like, well, all these drivers are. Some of them are going to stay with their teams, but others are going to move on and move to newer teams. And may or may not return next season, but we'll see. Again, a lot of silly season happens after the last checkered flag waves. So a lot of moves happen all the time in this series. But anyway, we'll see if Ebrahimian can get by Marvila with 3 laps to go in stage number 1. Voiles has done a great job holding on to the lead now. But look at Ibrahimian go. What a run he got off that corner. He's going to try to win the stage before it ends. But here comes Andrews into third. John Andrews didn't make the playoffs this year, but he's trying to, again, win another one before the season's over. But Daniel Voiles, he took the lead midway in stage 1, has now looked back. And he's going to be the first stage winner here tonight at Bristol, getting the key playoff point needed for him to hopefully advance into the next round. Stage 1's over. Daniel Voiles is going to be your first stage winner. Picks up the playoff point. An important one for the 47 team. So, was able to hold off his teammate, well, not his teammate, sorry. He was able to hold off James Richardson for the stage win. And stage 2 is coming up here at Bristol. Alrighty guys, about to get back to the green flag here at Bristol. They had pit stops under caution and John Andrews out of pit road first. So he's going to be the leader heading to the restart. And because it's a short track, we will have single file restarts only for this race. Because it's really not enough room to get double files, so we're going to have single file restarts like in the good old days for short tracks like these. As we're going back to the green flag here again at Bristol. Ibrahimian, though, right behind Andrews. We saw how fast he was in the last laps in stage 1, but will he keep the momentum up? We hadn't had a caution here today, which is very surprising for a short track like this. But they've been able to keep it clean somehow. Will it stay that way, though? '31 car in the second place. Look at the top 2 pulling away from everybody else. But now here comes the 78 Hayden Stringer. He's one of the part-timers in this field, and he's battling another part-timer in Luke Law. Look at these 2 part-timers battling for position. All trying to make it into the next season if something opens up for these 2. And Hayden Stringer is a former champion, so it's very surprising that he didn't get a full-time ride this season. Former champion comes up clutch. Comes up clutch late in the season, but well, the teams needed a driver that could be clutch all season long, even with a championship to his name. But Stringer's just been trying to find a ride this season, a full-time ride to get back into championship contention. Former champion, man, and somehow doesn't have a full-time ride. It's just very surprising. Again, the top 2 have pulled away from the pack. I'm not sure how they were able to pull away from everybody else. But Andrews and Ibrahimian are battling for the lead. Zachary Fitzwater Sr. is now in third. A battle for position here with UZXL and Priya McShane. And there are 2 playoff drivers. No, 1 playoff driver. Priya did not make the playoffs. The 5 did. Excel's trying to get those points. 5 cars trying to get the points. He came in with the most points to start off the first round. But he's going to try to make the most of it here. He's going to try to keep that spot and get into round number 2. But we have our first caution of the race that was brought on by a wreck. Oh, big wreck with Casey Hoyt and Clint Buchanan and Harukin Kalungalu. One of the playoff drivers was involved in that wreck. It was the 10, and man, took a hard hit along with the 3. 2 Bass Pro Shop cars have been totaled. I mean, it's such a coincidence that these 2 have both the same sponsor and would be involved in the same wreck. I don't even know if that has ever happened before in this series, to have 2 drivers with the same sponsor wreck out at the same time. Yeah, that's just weird. But anyway, it's our first caution brought on by a wreck, and we will take a look at what happened exactly. Alrighty guys, let's see what happened. And the 41 got loose, and then right into the 77 of the 10, and the 48 was hit as well, and that's what caused the big crash. And the 2 and 3 were hit, and big hit on the 41 as well. And that's what brought out the caution for the first time, brought on by a wreck. And I think Bernesh also got a piece of it. Another playoff driver also involved. Man, yeah, playoff driver, I can confirm that. But another one involved, and boy, a lot of drama already in this first round of the playoffs. If this is what it's to expect of round 2, we're in for a big one here in the playoff picture. But we're going to go back to green at Bristol. Alright, we're back to green flag racing here at Bristol. And Stewie Moore and Harukin Kalungalo are out of the race. We saw Moore struggle early on in the beginning, and I guess something went wrong with the 77. It just had enough, and Moore's out, and Kalungalo is out. So, will this affect them going to the next round? Well, we'll have to find out when we add the points up at the end after this race to see which 4 will see their title hopes come to an end. Gonna race till lap 90 here in this stage. And John Andrews continues to lead. Andrews, though, I believe he won this season at Pocono, but didn't get high enough in points to make it to the playoffs. A lot of drivers with 1 win did not make it in, and that includes Andrews and Ebrahimian. But again, this season is about consistency more than just getting a win, a random win during the regular season. So consistency is awarded now this year. It's just they put priority on consistency for this series to get the best of the best, regardless if they have a win or not, into the playoffs. Zachary Fitzwater Sr. also has a win, but is also not in the playoffs. So all these top 3 drivers have a win this season. They are proven to win this year, but didn't make the playoffs. They're all proven that they can still be competitive even after not making the playoffs this year. Well, the 4 car had to tangle with the 41, the lap car of his own teammate, but able to somehow pull ahead of the top of everybody else. Top 3 all battling it out for the win. And 4th place is now Daniel Voiles. And Ian Chavez has moved up to 5th, another playoff car. Guess who he's battling with? Ronald Maravilla, also in the playoffs. Look at these 4 playoff cars are all in to battle inside the top 10, trying to hang on to get as many points as possible to make it to the next round. Well, we know that these 4 are in the playoffs. Well, Lataro's now in the playoffs. We know that Chavez, Excel, Maravilla, and Voiles are all in the playoffs. All trying everything they can to get every point they can possibly reach here tonight to ensure that those drivers make it into the next round. Who knows how many of those drivers are going to be out of contention after tonight. Top 3 cars all have a win this season, but they are trying to prove themselves. They're trying to prove to the playoff field that they still got it. They can still be competitive this season. So much fun to see drivers, non-playoff drivers, battle against playoff cars in one race during the playoffs. Never know what you can get. We can get a playoff race winner, or we can get a playoff driver winning a race, or we can get a surprise winner during the playoffs, pulling off an upset, spoiling the party for the playoff cars. We're going to pick up that win to get them into the next round. Makes it very competitive and very tough to get a win to lock themselves into the next round. And next race, it's going to be the first race of the round of 12. That's sure going to be fun. That's going to be fun. Got Kansas, Talladega, and the Roval coming up. They just approached the lap car of the 3 of Clint Buchanan, who was caught up in a wreck earlier in the race. Buchanan's going to let the leaders go, though. He's going to let them go. Decided not to really be involved with the leaders, but Andrews hangs on. We know Andrews can come up clutch when he needed to. Though he's now in the playoffs, so he's looking to get another win tonight to get to at least end the season out with another victory for that 17 team. Same for the 31 team at Bohemian. And same goes for the 4, Zachary Fitzwater, Sr. Boyles and Acel able to get by the 3 easily, but that 41 is going to be a little bit of a pain for some of the leaders tonight. 41 going in and out of pit road all day. I think was caught up in the wreck we saw earlier tonight. Just not a good night for Casey Hoyt. Wait, was that Casey Hoyt or is that the Connor Breton? No, I think it's Casey Hoyt or someone else. It is Casey Hoyt, sorry. It is Casey Hoyt. Yeah, I was thinking Connor Breton because Connor Breton usually runs Monster Energy as well. He sometimes runs with Monster Energy, the 54 car, on with the 41. So anyway, UZXL gains ground on Voiles. He gets by to 4th. And here comes Marvila, going to gain on LG Lataro. 5 car gets by. Here comes the 5 for 3rd. Here comes Excel. He's trying to pick up the points. Wants to win the stage, get that big playoff point. He wants to get that stage win. Get himself the playoff point. With momentum on his side, Voiles was able to earn a playoff point earlier tonight when he won stage 1. And Excel's trying to do the same thing. Can he get a run on Ebrahimian though? Ebrahimian slams the door. And Excel though just pries it open. Saw aggressive Excel here. Getting by Ebrahimian into 2nd place. Can he get by John Andrews? And we know Andrews has had more experience, but Excel gets by aggressively. 5 car goes for the lead on the 17. Trying to pick up a stage win before the end of stage 2. Can he get by the 17? Fights back outside. Andrews trying to keep away the 5. We saw how competitive these two can be. There he goes. Excel leading the race. By the way, Richardson won last weekend. And Excel won the next week. And, well, last time Richardson won, well, he was battling UZXL for the win. Richardson got by on the last lap to win Rockingham. And the next week, Excel got his revenge and won at Nashville. Guess who won last week? James Richardson. So will Excel do the same as he did earlier this year? He doesn't have to deal with Richardson now for the lead, but he still has an experienced John Andrews he has to face off against. He led the league in the regular season points. And he's going to try to make a statement today, trying to be a champion as a rookie. Trying to be the next phenom in this series. Excel gets a bit of a lead now. Trying to pick up a stage when he's just focusing on winning this stage. Just focusing on trying to close it out and win stage 2. It looks like he'll do just that. And stage 2 is going to go to UZXL. It's going to take the 2nd stage for the 5 team. So there it is. UZXL is your stage 2 winner. Gets a playoff point before the round comes to an end. So a lot of fun here tonight for the 5 car. See if he can hold on for the win against these veterans. Stage 3 is coming up next. Welcome back to Bristol, and a shocker as UZXL had a very bad pit stop. The 5 car is restarting in 16th. Wow, 16th. Incredible. Just an awful pit stop for Excel and just a tough break for that 5 team. But Zachary Fitzwater Sr. takes the lead during pit stops under caution as we're back to green. Just a tough break for the 5 car with a very bad stop. Puts him in the middle of the pack and probably out of contention to win. Or is he? As he's gaining ground quickly. He is trying to gain back what he lost. John Andrews also had a bad pit stop, and he also got bumped to the middle line. So now Zachary Fitzwater Sr. is the leader, and there's Voiles in 2nd, and LG Lataro runs 3rd. Francis and Luke Lowell round out the top 5. And Francis has 2 wins to his name. Haven't heard a lot from him in a while. He's trying to make something happen at Bristol and get himself in the next round. He'd be the first driver to win 3 times this season if he does it tonight. And Luke Lowell's 5th as a part-timer. He's running in the top 5. We saw him win a couple races while he was a full-timer, though, so we know what he can do. And Edith Cardoza's 6th place right now. She's running. Rich Roy's 7th. Top 10 rounds out with Matt Gomes, Hayden Stringer, and Ryan Durrani. So 2 part-time cars are running in the top 10. But again, these drivers have proven time and time again to be competitive. Luke Lowell and Hayden Stringer. But there's UZXL trying to make up for the bad pit stop. He is trying to gain ground on these drivers. Oh, he almost got by the 40. He almost got hit the 45 there. Oh boy. 5 car is not giving up now. He wants to win this one. I mean, the 5 car, one of the best cars he's had tonight. He's trying to win and come from behind and win this race. And we saw what happened in Michigan with Nick Salmon. Had a very bad start and was in last place, I believe, in the final restart of Michigan. And then he worked his way up to win the race in a comeback, come from behind victory. Well, UZXL achieved the same thing. He's going to try to get inside the top 5. Oh man, UZXL's got the car to beat now. Look at that. 5 car gaining again. Getting by Luke Lowell. Gonna try to get by Colin Francis. Here he comes again. Oh, Francis was trying to block him. Bump and run there. Bump and run. Here comes the 5 trying to get 3rd. He's in 4th. He's going for 3rd. XL trying to come from behind early. Might have taken him almost less than 15 laps. Holy cow. He is coming from behind, and it took him like 15 to 20 laps to do it. He's now in 2nd. He's going for the lead. 5 car goes for the front. Can he get by? Can he get the lead from Fitzwater Senior? He does. Holy cow, that took like almost 20 laps. 15 to 20 laps to get by into the lead after starting in the middle of the pack. I mean, if he started from back of the pack, he'd still get the lead. Holy cow, that 5 car came to play. UZXL wants this win. 40 laps left, though. Plenty of time for these drivers to catch the 5. That 5 car, man, is just insane. UZXL in the lead now, pulling away from the pack. In the 3rd goes the 21 of LG Lataro, getting by the 47. He wants to get 2nd place. Maybe try to gain on the 5 and try to spoil the party for UZXL. Oh, Fitzwater was trying to block him. All these drivers trying to block here at Bristol. He just can't find a way around the block. Here comes Lataro. I think the 4 is losing the grip. Oh, 4 cars losing it now. He's losing the grip now to Lataro. Lataro is gonna go try to get 2nd place. There he goes. LG Lataro is running 2nd, and Ronald Marvila is gonna go try to get by the 4 on the draft. '21 trying to push. Gets by. Here comes 71. Now he wants 2nd from Lataro. And look at that run he got. Wow, 1 corner it took for the 71 to get by the 21. Ooh, now 12 is going for 3rd place. That's Chris Leone in the 12 car. Raul Marvila is in the playoffs. He's trying to close in on the 5. He too wants to win and get himself in the next round. We've got 2 playoff drivers in the top 2. Another one gaining ground, Mitchell Anderson in top 5. They just got by Clint Buchanan. But Buchanan gets out of the way of the leaders, and what a gentleman he is. Getting out of the way of the leaders and not causing any trouble. Well, the 5 car had a battle the 41 for a little bit. The 41 gets into pit road and wisely decides not to get involved with the leaders. Because that could have ended so badly if he gets into contact with any of the leaders. That would have been really bad. Lead is almost a second for the 5 car, but he can't get comfortable. He can't get comfortable just yet. Raul Marvila is fast approaching the 5. He's also in the playoffs too, so he wants to win this one as badly as the 5 wants to. So this race is not over yet. Long distance means that a lot more competitive racing with these drivers battling it out all for the win. Chris Leone up to 3rd and Mitchell Anderson goes to 4th, but now Latara drops to 5th and is way behind the pack. Just he had his speed briefly, but just lost it now. He's lost the speed, and now he's just going to have to try to keep a top 5 finish maybe. He's got Ian Chavez right behind him, and Chavez is in the playoffs. And the caution's out now. The yellow flag is out for Andrews and Nathan Ormond. Holy cow, we're going to have a restart. Oh boy, we're going to have a big restart coming up. So his lead is gone now, and now he'll have to face off a restart. Well, let's take a look what brought out the caution. Oh, Andrews got right into the 5. I think he had contact. Oh, man. Oh, he did have contact. Oh, no way. Oh, no. Look at that 17 right into the 5 car. Right there. Wow. Wow. I don't know what that was about. I am not sure what was going on between those two. But let's hope it doesn't affect the 5 the rest of the night. Anyway, let's see the caution. By that caution occurred, by the way, when we had 125 laps. It would have brought in overtime, just a thought, in the last distance. But anyway, caution's out for this wreck with John Andrews. Gets hit from behind, and I believe the driver that hit from behind him is Skylar Taylor. And then the 17 goes right into the number 9, Nathan Ormond, and they both collide into the corner. And it brings out the caution. Andrews just had a rough night. He couldn't gain ground as much as the 5 did when he had a bad pit stop in the middle. But 17, though, just had a rough night overall. So that's the caution, and we'll be back for the restart. Anyway, let's get back to the restart here with the 5 car in front. It'll be 21 laps to go. Here we go. Green flag, back at it at Bristol. 5 car pulls away on the first lap. Wow, 5 just pulls away already on the gas. He benefited from just having single file restarts here at this track. Now with 20 laps to go, trying to hang on for the win and get himself in the next round. Chavez goes the bottom on the 21, going for 5th. Trying to get a top 5 finish before the race is over. But now they're all trying to catch the 5 car. The 5 car just been very, very fast tonight. Easy Excel's trying to come up clutch when he needs to, but the yellow is out again. 42 Skylar Taylor's turned around. Alright, let's see what brought out the caution this time. And I thought Clint Buchanan was going to let everybody go when he was down a couple laps. But apparently had something against Skylar Taylor. It got right in front of him. And Taylor had no choice but to take him out. Oh man, I don't know what was wrong. I don't know what was up with those two. But yeah, it was definitely not needed. And it really held up the field there in the back. And that's why the caution had to come out. And yeah, not sure what was that about between those two, but Now cautions come out. Another restart's about to happen here at Bristol. All right, about to go back to the green flag. We will have 13 laps to go at the restart. And we just got word Darlan Ebrahimian is out of the race with an ignition problem. So he is the third driver out of this race tonight. But UZXL trying to get as good of a restart as he had last time. Because he's got playoff driver Ronald Marvila right behind him to try to pounce. And all the others in the top 5 as well, all trying to pounce, including 5th place, Ian Chavez in the playoffs. Here we go. Well, he didn't get a good jump this time. 71 right behind him. Marvila is a former champion, by the way, so he knows how to handle the pressure. 12 laps to go. Marvila trying to find a way around Excel. Goes to the bottom. Excel trying to block him. Excel trying to hang on against a former champion. There's Chris Leon, hasn't won in a while. He's looking to get back to victory here tonight. Also, Mitchell Anderson, another fellow rookie, trying to make a name for himself tonight in this track. And another rookie is 5th, Ian Chavez, but Chavez is in the playoffs too. 9 to go. Could be a future what's to come between Ian Chavez and UZXL battling it out for the lead here. It could be the future of this series. We're watching the future in our hands here. 8 laps to go at the stripe. Still the 5 car in the lead. Look at this. Look at the breakaway there for those cars. A handful of cars broke away. The top 5 is broken away from the rest of the pack. Coming to 7 to go. Marvila's right there. He just can't find a way around him, though. Coming to 6 laps to go, and Excel has pulled a little bit ahead away from the second place car. He's trying to hang on and win here tonight. Saw heartbreaking Hendrick last week at the Glen as Nathan Ormond was passing the final lap at the Glen. But Excel hoping that that doesn't happen to him this time, like what happened to his teammate in the last race. Four laps to go. Will Excel hold on for his second win of the season? That could put him in to the next round of the playoffs. Leon runs third. Marvila runs second. But they have nothing against the 5 car all night long. 5 car really jumped out ahead in stage 2 and made a comeback after starting in the middle of the pack after a bad pit stop, but he made it work. 2 more laps around Bristol, Tennessee. But a caution can still happen and bring out overtime. And we have a lap car in front of them. No, never mind. I was Hoyt in the 41. I don't think lap cars will be a factor here in this last lap. As the white flag waves, 1 lap to go at Bristol. Excel trying to hang on the final lap. Final corner. Here it comes. UZXL wins again at Bristol. He's in the next round of the playoffs. The 5 team wins again. Final results from Bristol Motor Speedway. UZXL wins at Bristol, and his second win of the season puts him into the next round of the playoffs along with James Richardson. It was a very competitive first round overall in this playoffs. And let's take a look at the rest of the finishing order. And again, we only had 3 drivers out of the race because of crashes, and one of them, well, 2 of them was crashes, one of them was an ignition problem by Ebrahimian. But Burnett didn't have a good run here. One of the playoff drivers was a lap down, 33rd place. But will it affect him going to the next round? Anyway, it's time to reveal which 4 drivers will see their championship hopes come to an end. Alrighty guys, it's time to add up the points to see which 4 drivers have been eliminated from the playoffs. We know that James Richardson and UZXL are in the next round, as Richardson won at the Glen and Excel won at Bristol tonight. So those 2 are in the next round. It's time to add up the points though for the other playoff drivers in the field. And I said I wasn't going to do stage points before, but I've decided I will do stage points just for playoff drivers if they finished in the top 10 at the end of each stage. It's just to add a little bit more intrigue and more of an incentive to run more consistently up in the front for most of the race and try to get as much points as possible to advance into the next round. So anyway, Ron Marville earned 10 stage points tonight and 35 from his finishing position. He came in with 2,086 entering Bristol, and his new total is now 2,131 points. So it's safe to say it looks like he will be in to the next round on points alone. He was runner-up at Bristol, the race earlier tonight. So Cullen Francis now, it's his turn for his points to be added up. Came in today with 2,074 points. We're going to add 17 to his total from the race. His total is now at 2,091 points. And now Harukin Kalungalu is up next. 2,069 he came in today, but he only earned 1 point tonight. It was not a great race for the 10 team, and now they only have 2,070 points after the first round. Rich Roy with 2,068 coming into today. He earned 16 points from the race itself. His new total now stands at 2,084 points. And he actually gained 1 spot ahead of Harukin Kalungalu today. Was able to outrun the 10 car in the first round. And it's safe to say that the 1 will be in the next round of the playoffs. Isaiah Bernesh with 2,063 points earned only 4 at Bristol. His total now stands from 2,063 to 2,067. Next is Stewie Moore, who earned just 1 point tonight also had a really bad race, and you saw him getting lapped a couple times tonight. Just not a good race for the 77, and he only gained 1 point from that, so now his new total is 2,062 points. And now Quinn Moore with 2,058 points coming into today and earned 19 points from Bristol. His total is now 2,077 points. And he actually was able to catapult over 3 drivers. Yes, 3 drivers in the playoffs. And Stewie Moore is now on the hot seat currently if he wants, for terms of advancing to the next round. But Quinn Moore, what a big run for him in that 14, and he puts himself into the next round with a performance like that at Bristol, and the others struggling throughout the night. So Quinn Moore, 2,077, looks like he might be into the next round. Likely in the next round, I should say. And then we go to Nick Salmon, 2,041 coming into today. 28 points he earned tonight. His new total's at 2,069 points. So he was able to jump over 2 drivers tonight, both Bernesh and Stewie Moore. So Salmon is 8th now in the standings. And Connor Breen came in with 2,039 points and earned 29 tonight. His total is now 2,068 points. And that means that he is 1 point ahead of Isaiah Bernesh in terms of the rankings. Will that make a difference? And who will advance and who will not? Because we're getting to the final 5 drivers, and we're about to start eliminating drivers at this point. So Igor Barreto came in 12th in the points before Bristol, and at the cutoff. 2,031 points he had before Bristol. He had 9 points tonight, and his total is now 2,040 points. Not enough right now to advance into the next round. And here we go for the final 4. Clark McKee with 2,030 points coming into tonight. He was below the cutoff. He was the first driver at below the cutoff coming into Bristol, but he only earned 6 points tonight and wasn't able to could not capitalize here tonight at the Last Great Coliseum, and he will walk out of Bristol with 2,036 points, and that is not going to be enough for him to advance into the next round. So I think Clark McKee is the first driver eliminated from playoff contention. Ian Chavez came in below the cut line, 2,028, but he earned stage points and big race points from his finishing position. 7 stage points and 32 race points. 39 points in total he earned from Bristol tonight. We're going to add that up, and it's going to be 2,067 points. And that puts him tied with Isaiah Bernash. For now, Chavez is in the next round, and Igor Barreto is currently out. So Barreto is out with 2 drivers left to decide who will advance. But anyway, here comes Voiles, and he had a good finishing position, but wasn't enough for him to advance. Came into 2,022 points. And at 17 from the stages themselves, and 26 from his finishing position, 43 points he earned tonight. Will it be enough for him to advance? We add it all up. His total is now 2,065 points. So is it enough for him to advance? And for now, it is. Voiles takes the final spot right now over Stewie Moore, and Moore is out of the playoffs. Voiles has the final spot, but it comes down to Giovanni Castillo, the last driver left. 2021 he came in today, the fewest among playoff drivers before Bristol, and with 31 points he earned tonight, he earned just 2,052, and that will not be enough. And Castillo, despite gaining over 2 drivers after Bristol, it was not enough for him to advance into the next round. So there you have it, folks. All the points have been added up. We know the 12 drivers moving on to the next round. And Voiles, by 3 points over Stewie Moore, was the last driver to advance into the round of 12. So these are the 4 all eliminated from playoff contention. Stewie Moore, Giovanni Castillo, Igor Barreto, and Clark McKee. All those 4 drivers are eliminated. And next week we will begin the round of 12. And the points will reset again for these drivers heading into the next race. So hope you guys enjoyed our race from Bristol, and next weekend we will kick off the round of 12 at Kansas Speedway, and you do not want to miss it. So our 12 drivers are set for the next round, and we hope you'll join us for the next race that will kick off the second round of the playoffs. Till next time, we will see you later.